What's up, everybody? This is Blake and Levi. We are the Turn 2 commentators. We have been on a hiatus for the last 2 weeks.
Yes, I'm back reincarnated as Larry McReynolds' subconscious.
I don't know if I'd want to come back as Larry Mack right now, but hey,
Yeah,
we're here.
I'm saying what Larry Mack is afraid to say.
What you got to say? You just gonna start it off hot? What you got to say?
It's not hot. You got to keep it 100. If you gonna call people out, call them out, no matter who it is. Don't be a Drake and be passive aggressive and like throw subliminals at people, and then everyone thinking it's Mark Martin, but you don't have the cojones. And how old is Larry Mack? 6,000 years old. You at that age, you at least got to be confident you can say something.
Yeah. For those who may not
hold on.
know,
Last name. Would Dell Sr. throw a subliminal out there where he called a person out? Were you really his crew chief?
Yeah. Larry Mack and what's her name? Danielle Strata, whatever. Trotta on Sirius XM basically like called out a driver. A lot of people thought it was Mark Martin for wanting to change the point system back to the old ways, like the Winston Cup days, and I don't know. It was kind of like they're like he said, passive aggressive. Called him out on live radio, but then kind of what is that noise?
No idea.
Is that me?
Yeah, it just went away.
That was weird.
Was that your BS meter?
I guess so. Anyways, basically they're backing up and punting because all of NASCAR social media is blasting them for calling out any kind of driver to begin with. But hey, it is what it is. Go.
Yeah, because you put out any name. I don't care. The guy had one start and did half a lap. You calling out people in your own sport?
Because now they're saying they're you'd have to go listen to the clip for those. Just go look up Larry McReynolds and her on Sirius XM. There's a clip. There's like a 30-second clip. But now they're saying they didn't call out Mark Martin. But if you didn't call out Mark Martin, then who'd you call out?
If I was Mark Martin, I will reply back, okay, you say you guys love me. You want to talk about me. Who was the person you were talking about?
A lot of speculation is Denny Hamlin. They're actually calling out Denny Hamlin, which is even, I think, kind of crazy that he's an active driver. He's got the most wins in the year right now.
It's a driver on the committee that doesn't. It's several drivers. I think it's 2 active drivers on the committee that don't have a championship. Well, I just know that Mark Martin texted Kenny Wallace about, I guess, what he was told. I just want that answer.
Good times. That just means silly season is upon us.
Yeah. Speaking of silly season, how do you feel about Spire putting all their truck stuff up for sale?
I didn't even see that. Did I miss that?
Yeah. So if, let's say, you're a truck team or whatnot, I know Dodgers coming in next year, and it's not like it's for sale, but if you want a short track, you want a speedway, you want a mile and a half, you can come get it because they're starting a multiple car team in Xfinity next year.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching a video of it yesterday.
Oh, wow. I have not seen that. I mean, I think
it was on Break Hard. He said he's waiting for his second source to back it up because he has one good source that everything's up for sale because it's at Spire / KBM since, they're selling KBM.
Right.
Technically. So I'm interested in seeing that if they're doing that, they're going to be tier 1 next year.
Yeah, they might be trying to make some room in that shop. But that's cool that if they're going Xfinity, if they're going full-time Xfinity, who's going to get those rides? Is Rajah moving up?
Is Hocevar eligible to be full-time in Cup and Xfinity?
What is it? Is it less than 3 years?
Because this is his second. This is currently his second full year.
Yeah, so technically he could run as many Xfinity races as he wants.
Kyle Busch signed for another year, right?
That's what they said.
If I'm Spire, I'll throw money at Kyle Busch.
Hey, you got 5 races. Pick them.
You got it don't matter. And you got the Cup card too. You know you're gonna have speed.
Yeah.
And who better to quote unquote mold Hocevar?
Yeah.
I was once in your spot. Because no one came to Hendricks to save Kyle Busch from himself. They just kicked him out.
they really did.
Also, what do you think?
This episode is probably gonna be all over the place because Levi is in the middle of moving, so looks like he's recording from a box, but
everyone loves boxes. How do you feel about the extensive 2-day tire test in New Hampshire this week that they did?
I saw they were there testing, but I didn't know it was for 2 days.
Christopher Bell, Joe Logano, and Joe Logano's best friend were testing up there. Ross Chastain wanted the traded info on the track.
I doubt they did.
They trial center. There was different tire setups. Noting variations. It was like variations of seconds and times off each lap with the different tires. But like I said, watching New Hampshire is like watching a wider Martinsville. I'm not jumping up in excitement.
You think it'll be better? Well, we can hold off on that, but so the last race, I guess we didn't, which we don't even have to recap it, but SVG won Sonoma. Everybody, there ain't nothing to recap there. Dover, what do you think about Dover?
Oh, one thing I put him with that, I like how SVG was a good teammate, and he let Zillage win. He just tested him a little bit. He didn't push it because if it was Austin Hill, he wouldn't have been that nice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Dover, it was on a scale of, I guess, as someone would say, the groovy scale. I would give it a 4 for me, because like our beloved Queen said, she took a nap. I took a nap in the middle of the race as well.
I didn't even watch it. I was at the Braves game, and I got back just in time to watch the last 10 laps after the rain delay.
For the people that I guess know or don't know, FEG is my driver, and he started up front due to it being rained out, and this team was like, "Why are you coming down pit road? Why are you off the pace?" He said, "What do you feel?" "Oh, I cut a tire on the first lap." And he cut a tire getting down pit road, and so he actually gained on certain drivers by being 6 laps down. I think he's only 3 points behind. For those who don't know, or know, I don't think people really know who your favorite driver is, because if someone just listened to the podcast and did not know who you are, I'm just speaking from the fans' perspective, and did not know you before, they would assume that you actually don't have a one driver that you support. You have 2 drivers. If you're just now knowing you from watching this, so one of your drivers.
So who would be my drivers then?
Well, you strictly on this podcast, you speak mostly about Carson Hocevar. You do show other affiliates for other drivers, but I'm saying when you speak, it's mainly Carson Hocevar. So for you, I think he had he finished a lap down, I think, and Kyle Busch actually had a good race. So both your drivers did what they normally do. I mean, Hocevar showed speed. They brought him up, as in he Hocevar'd. And then Kyle Busch, I have no idea how he got back up there and was doing good. And then Austin Dillon was up there as well. So it was a good day for RCR, a good day for the Hester household, I guess.
Not really. The Braves lost. Well, yeah.
I mean,
that's a common occurrence these days.
Would you bet that they're going to lose at least 30 more games this year?
Yes, I was about to say they're probably going to lose 30 more games.
And it's crazy. You can if they make the playoffs, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be rooting. They make it a wild card. Who do you think? Guess who they have to play in the first round of playoffs?
Probably the Padres.
I was gonna say you said. Well, I think the Giants will beat the Padres because we're all separated by 2 games. But what if he played the Dodgers?
I ain't even gonna watch.
If they beat the Dodgers, will you say they win the World Series?
No.
Imagine if you win a World Series this year with the team you got and that bag of groceries that pitching.
Dude, I think I can go out there and give some
You
type
might
of
as well.
effort.
How many start last thing on this? You have 5 starters. Can you tell me confidently more than one starter that is an official starter for that Braves team?
No, I can't.
Who was that guy? Wally Dallenbach? Swallenbach?
Swallenbach. I think he's hurt.
Oh, put Acuna pitching. Just do it.
I
But
think,
yeah,
yeah, we don't even get me on the Braves.
but also based on our conversation prior a couple of days, I said I was gonna go for a certain person. Actually, I'm going for another person because he finished in a real good position last year, and he was one of the fastest cars on the track. I can't say who he's affiliated with because you just search up who he is, and I may alter who you're going to choose. But
you're talking about for Indy?
Yeah. Also about Indy, are trucks racing at IRP?
Yes.
Didn't Xfinity race here a couple of years ago or no? When they were doing a road course.
I think so. Maybe. Can't remember.
Would you like to see that as a cup race? Is there any way they can do it as a cup race and then do Indy the next week? That's 2 weeks because it's right. How far is it from Indy? What, across the street?
Yeah, it's right across the street.
Because I've been hearing some people similar to that. Why doesn't NASCAR do what they did during COVID? Pull another doubleheader. What 4 tracks would you say feasible and realistic that they can do a doubleheader at? That doesn't.
When you say doubleheader, you say 2 races in a weekend?
Didn't they do 2 Pocono races back to back?
They did a Saturday and a Sunday Pocono.
I'll say a day race one week and then a night race the other week, or vice versa.
They could probably do it if it was in the surrounding states.
A doubleheader at Charlotte?
Yeah. Or
short track.
Or Darlington or Rockingham.
That I feel that would mess with the Southern 500.
Yeah. I mean, they went to Darlington, it seemed like 4 times during COVID.
Or I got one better. Daytona. Let's say Daytona for 4th of July, then the very next weekend, the Daytona Road Course.
Which, just leading into that, what's going to be the 4th of July race next year? Because they said Chicago street course is out. San Diego Naval Base, what's it called?
That's for Father's Day. Yeah,
Coronado.
Father's Day. Technically Father's Day.
Yeah, which that's going to be a banger. I'm excited for that, but that now opens up that July 4th.
Personally, I don't want to see Road America for the first year back. I wouldn't mind. I kind of want them. I warmed up on the idea of them going back there, but either have that weekend off. Well, what if you move the All-Star race for 4th of July?
Well, 4th of July next year is on a Saturday.
Okay, if it's on a Saturday, you have to have a night race. I don't want to hear Sunday at 3 p.m. race.
So that's my question. What used to be that weekend? The Daytona night race.
What would you have as the last race of the season, though? Who's stopping you from going to Daytona 3 times?
What if you do this? What if you do this? Move Daytona back to July 4th weekend. The last race of the regular season is the second Atlanta race.
Then what's going to be in the playoffs?
Atlanta's not even in the playoffs.
I feel like if you do that, you have to make a change in the playoffs.
You can still keep it the same.
Nah, I would change the playoff. I would shuffle the playoff. Well, mainly the first and second round each year. If I make a change, I'll just shuffle it up a little bit. That way, people don't have cars stacked away for a year.
That's fine. Yeah, you can change it up.
I agree with that.
I mean, because Atlanta's proven the last 2-3 times that they are somewhat more exciting than Daytona or Talladega.
In your perfect world, what would be the 4th of July race? Will be an added road course throughout the season. 5 to 4 parts, so you can go as long as you want. Your 4th of July race, an added road course throughout the regular season, and a road course you're choosing in a playoff, what's the cutoff race for the playoffs, and what's the first race of the playoff?
Okay. July 4th is Daytona night race. The pet, whatever you want to call it, the Coke 600 or Coke 400, whatever they call it these days.
The World 400.
Yeah. I would take the Roval out. I would put Watkins Glen back in the playoffs. Go to Charlotte Oval twice. Put the second Charlotte race in the playoffs.
What's your cutoff race and first race?
Cutoff would be still Atlanta. Make that the cutoff for the regular season, and then open it up Darlington. I like Darlington as the opening race of the playoffs.
Would that be your Southern 500?
Yes.
That is a good first round.
I mean, you end it with a banger of a race at Atlanta because you know guys are going to go for it to try to get in. People that don't have wins are going to go for it at Atlanta.
I think the only thing that can beat Atlanta, a night Daytona race, because they used to have that. What about, we already know they can't. A night Talladega race has a cutoff.
I know you always bring up night Talladega.
That has Cletus McFarland, 4th of July stuff. Whatever you, Kid Rock, whatever you want to say, boiled peanuts, I don't know, fried green tomatoes, cut off shorts, big women pulling anal beads out. That you know what that weekend will bring.
That'd be a crazy weekend.
And then on top of that, how most sports do, have a week off.
Well, I did hear I've been reading that they did say there's going to be 2 weekends off next year. So they get 2 weekends next year.
I'm gonna bring this up like I always do. You know, F1 was off for 3 weeks. They have a couple of races, and then they go on a summer break for a month.
Yeah, that's why it's been a little quiet in the F1 world.
NASCAR, I'm telling you, give me besides NASCAR, any driver, crew, truck driver, wife, family, little snot-nosed kid, whatever you want to say, mother-in-law who can watch the babies while the parents go on the weekend. Who's going to say no to multiple off weekends in NASCAR?
Nobody. Shoot, they might need it because I think this heat's starting to get to some people, like AKA Larry Mack, saying some questionable things.
I think they should cut back on the races. Cut back to 34 races. I think they used to do that.
Yeah.
And then, because
if you think about it, it's technically 38.
38 because you got the Clash. I mean,
and the All-Star.
Who has more time off in a year? Or who's able to get more time off? Guarantee you or the NASCAR drivers?
Well, okay. So the one thing I will argue about this, and this is me probably being ignorant about it. What, besides going to team meetings and maybe sponsorship appearances, what do the NASCAR drivers really do during the week?
Shop.
Maybe go to the sim or whatever, but they're not there. They're not putting in 8 hours every day.
Okay, I'll say this.
They're barely putting 8 hours in at the track.
Put you and your family dynamic in there. No matter what you're doing that's affiliated with your job and what you're bringing, your wife would say you're not home enough.
Well, I think she'd probably be with me a lot. So,
but I think that's the thing. Who said this? God, Kevin Harvick said, "Whoever you're with got to be down for you. You can't. What driver can go? Hey, look, man, I can't come do the sim. I can't come in and do a test today. I gotta take the kids. I gotta take the daughter to the doctor." And how does Michael McDowell do it? I want his wife to have an interview. How much logistical nightmare you think it to get all the kids up everywhere?
And all the they got a Sprinter van.
How much sleep do you think he gets? If he was off camera, how much sleep do you think he gets? Like sound sleep or quiet time with just him?
Maybe 4 hours.
You think he plays a video game?
No.
Michael McDowell probably lives the closest to any. His house is probably behind the shop where you can walk. And then on top of it, think about traffic. How you really gotta love it. I was thinking about that. If you were a driver, would you love it to where Could you love it? Would you dip out early? Would you be like a 30-year driver?
Depends on how my career was going.
You have the talent of AJ Allmendinger. The talent AJ Allmendinger in the Xfinity series, like that talent on ovals, but you're in a mid-tier team.
I mean, if I was getting wins every so
You get
often,
one
yeah,
win every 2 years.
I might dip out.
You think Justin Allgaier believes that being in the Xfinity series, how he is better than him going full-time Cup racing?
Yeah, because he's already tried that.
How long? What team was he with?
Penske.
Yeah.
I think he drove the 12 car.
You replaced Ryan Newman?
Not 100% on that, but
Also, do you think certain drivers, like FG was talking about supercars, how he didn't like this new gen, the Gen 3. Do you think in some NASCAR drivers who, why don't you go up or do this? I just don't like that car. It's not fun for me.
well, I mean, that, and I know you say I don't talk about this man enough, but look at Kyle Busch, man. I think he's having a tough time adapting to this car. Not, I know a lot of the issues probably RCR's underperformed on their equipment side, but it looks like Kyle Busch sometimes forgets how to drive. And I think it's just because he's trying so hard to put that piece of junk where it doesn't need to run.
What is okay? So for track and field, for soccer, how we got Europe and MLS, how if you're older, you can still do the sport you want to love, but go into another league. What other? I feel like I wish the NASCAR drivers had more of an out to where like you can drop to another series, even if it's outside of NASCAR, just ease transition. Because I want to know what the stress levels is like. Like imagine if Cowboys, we always talk about this, retired from the Cup Series, and he's going full time in the trucks.
Yeah.
Just like the stress level, that man, like next year, if he was in a 71 Spire truck full time, how many wins would he get in the Truck Series? He is full time.
Oh, he'd at least get, I would say at
On
least
down
8.
on a down year.
7 to 8 at least.
And imagine you going to the race, Kyle Busch, your teammate, he's full time. I wish there was more diversity for the drivers to do that because I mean,
but you say that, and I think it's kind of weird. Denny Hamlin's what 44, 45. I feel like he's. You can say what you want about the playoffs or championships, but I feel like he's at the top of his game right now.
That was the same. I think that was the same age that Kevin Harvick got 9 wins, and the championship was stolen from him by Chase Elliott.
Yeah, I mean, Denny Hamlin had 9 wins that year too.
Do you think if Kevin Harvick finished those last 2 years at Gibbs, he would get more wins? Because it seemed like the Stewart Haas cars after that year just went downhill.
Oh,
I think your Italian put out more horsepower than Stewart Haas
needs.
car.
We need the 30 for 30 on that. The downfall of Stewart Haas.
It was.
I mean, they had Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch.
I think that Kurt Busch car and the 51 McDonald's looking car was faster than those cars. I wasn't even watching NASCAR that time. Did he ever get a win in that car?
No. I think they were called Phoenix Racing.
Phoenix Racing. They dip in and dip out?
I think Kurt went down there to help them get it started, and it just didn't work out.
Did they even have sponsors on the pit crew? Did they look like a?
I think they just wore red fire suits.
Their red fire suits, like if you late night, you don't have to work in the next morning. You making a Heat 5 Cup tea. You don't feel like doing the uniforms. Oh, by the way, how do you feel about what are you gonna be doing October 14th?
I gotta see gameplay. I don't want to see William Byron scrubbing the wall.
They should have highlighted. I mean, look fast, but I mean,
what was that? Was it at Bristol?
It was at Bristol.
I saw that, and I'm like, that's all you're gonna give us?
That's it. Because
I know I've been talking highly about this. I'm starting to
talk highly of Ignition as well.
I did, and I retract every statement I ever said about that game. Luckily, I never
Hell,
bought that game, but
there's still people on TikTok streaming hours a night on Heat 5 by themselves.
I don't see how.
I'll get bored.
But
I'll get bored.
I have to see gameplay before I'm 100% sold on that new game.
No,
They
before I get it, I need to
First
see
of all,
you.
October 14th, the season is almost over by then. We're gonna be playing a NASCAR racing game in the middle of college football season.
What did college football do good? They dropped the game basically a month and a half, get you all hype,
Right.
and then it's a slight die off period. When the season starts, you're gonna start a new dynasty regardless.
Exactly. Like, I'd almost be like, hey, you know what? Just wait a couple more. Drop it in January, right before the clash.
They need to talk to the college football people because I thought about the other day. What's stopping you from starting a dynasty with Georgia but playing each game the exact same time Georgia plays? And you play one game a week and do recruit and see if you can do better than Kirby Smart playing on Heisman. See the variations that you have with the NASCAR game. First of all, you started. Let's see how this is.
And
yeah, I'm back to iRacing.
See, and the thing I'm already thinking about is that game comes out in October. That's the end of the year. Y'all
Is that
gonna
gonna be the
update it?
weekend that you're out of town? That it comes out?
No, it comes out the weekend before. But
Is it
I'm
gonna
already
be?
thinking the new season for NASCAR 2026 is right around the corner. Y'all gonna update the game, or we got to play with the old lineup all next year?
The way that that dev guy sounds like the Matt Kins of iRacing. If you were able to ask him that very question you just said, he'll say, "Well, we just wanted to get the fundamental of the game down, and we're thinking about being able to update it next year. We just want to give a base model of the game." Some political answer like that as to the game because the game is trash. If that game is trash and somewhere near Heat 5 and Ignition, would you even play a game if they had dropped one next year?
Probably not.
You need to see. Skylar needs to tell you to buy the game for you to buy it. Because look, you have iRacing. If you had iRacing set up right here and whatever NASCAR 25, 20, whatever they're calling it, and the game is trash, you say I just take the iRacing.
Yeah.
You had the option before. We only had the option of that.
Yeah.
If the game was trash, we still playing it. What other option
playing.
do you have? Imagine if college football wasn't out and we had Madden and Madden was trash. You see the ratings Madden get.
I mean,
you ain't got no other football game.
You saw what we did for the last 10 years. We played Madden. We played that trash Madden game every year.
Just download. I was like,
and we would sit there and wait for it to hit the Game Pass. You buy Madden?
It's crazy. I don't know. I feel like they're prolonging this stuff so much. I mean, honestly, if you look at the games overall versus like mid 2000s, late 90s, or whatever, the games are so much better. Like, would you rather play for the first time Call of Duty in the last 10 years, or when you were in middle school, high school, for the first time?
Middle school and high school. But I feel like that was just us being kids. Like, now we're adults and we have high expectations. I think back then we didn't really know much.
When are you gonna stop playing video games? Because it's weird. Our generation is weird.
We're in that weird generation because we grew up with it.
And let's say when you're 48, the game's just gonna be extremely better.
Right.
Because back then, let's say your grandparents, they were playing what do you kind of jumping jacks, whatever you call the game with jacks and the ball.
Yeah.
And then you go from that to college football. That's completely different. You play college football as a kid. Imagine what the college football game will look like in 2048.
Well, I mean, I've already seen a decrease in when I do play. I mean,
that's part of your. lifestyle and
Well,
you having
yeah,
a
I mean,
kid.
I'm a
Because
dad.
you
I'm a
live,
dad now.
if you lived in an apartment and you
Oh,
had a normal hour job.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
I'm just
you saw it how much I played when we lived in that apartment. You saw how much I had
I
to
would be on the
I had to get an Xbox because the PlayStation was burning up.
I would be on the phone with you when you're in the truck. I hear the key switch turn off. Within 5 seconds, the game is on. You didn't even kiss your wife. Now imagine when you might as well knock on wood. What I'm about to say. Somehow I had a dream last night. You called and you said Skylar was pregnant.
Whoa.
You did. So you better watch out. If the dream is a
Nah.
man's intuition, whenever that happens, just go ahead and send the PC to me. Don't need to say anything. Just slide it just drop it off at the door. You don't gotta let me know it's there. I'll see it on the ring camera. Because Matt, which one do you think be more difficult for you to play the game? A 6 month, 7 month spicy Skylar pregnant with the second kid, or the kid is under a year old? Which situation would you be
Which one's
able to play the
harder?
game more? Which one would you be able to play the game more, and you still got Oakley? Pregnant Skylar or under a year
Probably
new
not
baby?
pregnant. Probably, yeah, no. If that ever happened,
I'm gonna say pregnant Skylar because your daughter already likes playing the game. I'm pretty sure when no one's looking, you cheating by yourself playing the game. I want Oakley go ahead and say, "Good job, Daddy," so you can have your own cheerleader on the side. Throw it over there. I know you're waiting for the day where you can train her to play me, but you making it seem like you're playing me, but you got beat by Oakley.
don't worry. That's my plan.
Nah, 'cause I know what you do with your brother. Cause I remember the time playing. Brandon, remember what I told you, right? I know what you do because you can easily do a side text and carry on the conversation. It's fine. I got some for that this season once I find a new TV to play on or a new monitor.
Yeah. Shout out you throwing something at your TV.
I was close range too. I didn't think it was gonna break till I saw I tried to play
Didn't
online against.
Didn't you just say that? Yeah, my mom wants this TV.
I sent it in the group chat. My mother's like, "What is that?" My sister's like, "Oh, what did you do?" I was so mad. I almost threw my controller at it.
What were you playing?
I was trying to start the game up, and then the HDMI cord went out, and I was frustrated.
So you do realize you were like 36 hours away from moving out of there? Like, what are you doing?
It just went out with a bang.
Clearly, you just gonna leave it there? What are we doing with throwing it in the trash now?
Yeah, we can donate it. Think Goodwill can take it?
No, they not gonna take that.
See, it's not. I didn't crack it. Inside is broken. I tried to close my eyes and open my eyes and see if it was.
Oh,
if
you
I
tried
really
to do like
did
a
it.
reset, huh?
Yeah, like nah. Yep, it's broken. I played someone online, and I was like, okay, it shouldn't affect me.
Oh, I bet it did.
The first pass, or I did a pattern pass. I always do. I got it. All I heard was interception. Turned off the game. Turned off the game. I was like, no. I haven't tried playing Apex with that. That would probably be a little crazy.
Yeah.
But other than that, other NASCAR news, I mean, you are on a win streak, apparently.
Yeah, like 7 weeks in a row.
That's fine. Just matters when we get to the playoffs.
I'm up 12-9.
5 races to go, or 4? 4?
5.
5?
Yep.
Okay. Who did you choose last week? I know you texted him to wreck his own teammate.
I chose Alex Bowman last week.
And Alex Bowman was right in front of William Byron.
And you chose William Byron, and they were...
Your butt buddy was in that wreck too. Noah Gregson. AKA Noah Riz Gregson has his call sign for the they should have did cheeseburger. They should have did something like that. But who you lean towards choosing this week? I don't know if you saw the pace game.
Are we doing picks? Is this what we're
Might-
going into?
We might as well do the picks real quick.
Okay, so we're going to Indianapolis, the Brickyard, 400. We
Pop
got
quiz: who won the first Brickyard?
oh
1994.
god,
Should be easy.
I'm gonna assume it was probably Jeff Gordon.
It was Jeff Gordon.
Okay.
Hey, if you're trying to pick who won a race in the mid '90s, it's either Jeff Gordon or Dale Earnhardt Sr. when he spun Terry Labonte. I don't think no one else remembers a race no one won in the mid '90s between those two drivers.
I was gonna say then you might have a random Rusty Wallace win in there somewhere.
A road course race, yeah.
So we got trucks are at IRP, and then Xfinity and Cup are on the big track. Any notables in the truck race? And also to reassure everyone once again, we have been like really kind of unplugged from NASCAR for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but definitely.
Life is well, you're in the middle of moving, and I'm just working.
It's college football season starting up soon.
Oh, okay. Butterbeans in the 07 and Corey Days in the 7 truck. That is Butterbean, right? Brendan Queen.
Yeah.
Ross Chastain's in the race.
Who's your truck pick?
Corey Heim.
Corey Heim for IRP?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna go with Corey Heim. You sure you're gonna go with that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Ross Chastain.
Okay. Fair enough.
What about Xfinity Series?
So Xfinity Series, I was gonna pick Larson, but I think I'm gonna go somebody else. I think I'm gonna go with the guy that won at Pocono. I'm gonna go Zilich.
You go Zilich?
Yep. I think he outduels Larson.
I'm gonna go Sheldon Creed.
Okay. Hey, I want Sheldon Creed to get that win. He just needs to get that win.
He's probably gonna finish second, getting passed on the last lap, getting run up on the wall.
Okay. And then for all the marbles here, for what it really counts, we are going for the Cup race. I'm going to pick, let's see who I got available here on this sheet of paper. Running out of options here. That would be, I might pick him next week, actually, or the week after. Kyle Larson's my pick for Cup.
He's your pick for Cup?
Yep.
I'm desperately trying to find that list again that you sent.
I can send it to you real quick. I got it in front of me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And this is updated, by the way. So
okay. You say you're going Kyle Larson?
Yep, I'm locking it in. Kyle Larson.
Who do you think I'm going to choose?
Well, you had been saying for the last couple of weeks you were picking SVG here, but I don't think you're picking SVG. I think you might pick. I'm thinking you might pick Ross Chastain.
Go on Riley Hurst. I mean, he won here last year in that Xfinity Series.
You're going Riley Herbst.
And he dominated that Xfinity Series
Are
race
you
last year.
locking that in?
Yeah. This is the one track where, like, a certain track, like, the only track I would choose Austin Dillon at with confidence is Richmond at night. So
are you prepared to get roasted in the comments on the TikTok?
I mean, Riley Hurst had a higher average finish than Kyle Larson does in the last 6 weeks.
Fair enough. All right. I'm marking it out. Riley Herbst.
In the first 5 laps, you hear, trouble in for the 5 team. Kyle Larson say he feels he has a bad vibration. What are you thinking?
Nah, I'm just gonna say he's cursed at Indy.
If you had to go use the restroom, you come back and you see the 5 car on pit road while it's a green flag and they got the hood open.
It wouldn't even surprise me.
Look, they're gonna send him back out with like down 118 laps, and he's somehow gonna pull the fastest lap. There was another driver. I thought I was gonna use him, but
before we really wind this thing down, in season tournament, who you got? Ty Dillon or Ty Gibbs?
Ty Gibbs.
I think I'm going to lean that way too, but I hope somehow they're around each other the whole race.
Only reason I chose that because when NASCAR chose all of a sudden to announce that it goes to the car owner.
Yeah, I like how they decided to say that after the fact.
Because what's stopping them from handing it to the driver? Giving the check to the driver. Most of the owners, I don't think don't give that check to him.
But then, I think about like the All-Star race or the big money. I mean, the owner gets it and then they just divvy it up. But the way they hyped it up and the way they, I guess, sold it was that the driver got $1 million.
Because with that being said, I can be a driver next year. I don't even care about this. I'm just saying this. And
that's probably why they really didn't care. All the drivers, how they were kind of not into it. They were probably like, well, we're not even getting the $1 million. So what's it matter?
If they did the marketing and build up to this, and each driver that makes it has their own charity of their choosing that they wanted to donate it to, and you can speak to it, and you can do a special with each race, like a couple of times throughout the race or each week, talk about the charity, who it helps, St. Jude or a watermelon farm for Ross Chastain. You can get hospitals, you can get everyone behind it, like a good cause, and then it makes it competitive. Now I want him to win. Look what he's doing. Now it's like if your job said, the last 2 months we've been having a competition who does the best work, and the company gets a $50 gift card to Sizzle. Okay, that's how the driver treating it.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it. Okay. I did. It's got to be.
But I will say on one guy's defense, even though I'm not going to say maybe that in their defense, but $1 million would probably help out Colleague racing. Maybe not Matt Colleague because that dude's loaded, but
you know what $1 million does in today? So remember Derek Mason used to be a wide receiver at the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah.
So I forgot, he was the head coach at Vanderbilt for a while, and then he went to Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
They had, if you own a game, they had all these like 17 variations of jerseys. He came there, he cut them all out. They only have blue and white, home and away. No variations, no different cleats, no different helmet, no different gloves, just basic like it's Alabama 1962. That saved them $1.5 million, and they got a whole bunch of names at the transfer portal to fill in spots.
Wow.
So NASCAR can't tell me that $1 million can't help the driver. Ty Dillon, tell me the last thing before this season, what was Ty Dillon's best year in the Cup Series? Could you even think of a good year? His whole career, he's been in that 51 Kurt Busch car.
That 13 Geico car.
The 13 guy. Whenever I saw the 13 car, I kept thinking it was Max Pappas. That's what I kept thinking. Oh, Max Pappas back in this race. You know what that would do to help? Sure, he would like give some to the team, but with the family, what would you do if you won $1 million right now? How would you? You can probably think of a million ways you divvy that up for your life.
Oh yeah,
and
easily.
You wouldn't even probably use all $1 million.
No.
How much of that you think right now you use and put away? Like you're using this money.
Probably, I would say maybe $300K of it.
$300K. So you tell me,
pay off the house and get like new vehicles. Boom.
Knowing you probably get a new Titan somehow.
Nah.
You about to move Ford dudes. I only drive Titan. You gonna be the old grumpy Southern white man. I only drive Titan. We don't drive no. We don't do nothing else. It's only Nissan over here. I've never seen you personally drive another truck besides it. This weekend, the truck's not built by Nissan, so I don't know how you gonna feel when you get in the truck.
It's a Ford. It's probably gonna break down.
I'm gonna just keep going too.
You just gonna leave me? You gonna leave me out there in the middle of nowhere with a U-Haul?
I'm in a Mustang. My rearview mirror is the size of a peanut.
No, you're riding behind me.
No. I gotta lead the way. I get nervous behind trucks. I really get nervous.
Well, we can talk about that offline, but
I'll drive beside you. Yeah, I can lock my car.
Because I'm sure that U-Haul is probably max out and gonna be at 70.
That's a good pace. It don't matter. As soon as you hit South Carolina, we're gonna be in construction.
Are we going that way?
When you go to Charlotte way, you have to go through like a slither of South Carolina.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
But yeah, that's all I got. What's the race after this? Please don't say like nothing like New Hampshire.
It's either Richmond or
Richmond, then Watkins Glen, because it says
Watkins Glen. It's Watkins Glen. No, it's Iowa.
Iowa, Richmond, Watkins Glen.
Iowa, Watkins Glen, Richmond, Daytona.
And then that's it.
That's it. Real
quick, do you have any repeat winners in the next 4 weeks, excluding Indy?
Yes.
What race is going to be a repeat?
Honestly, if I'm looking at it, it's probably going to be a repeat winner at Iowa, a repeat winner at Watkins Glen, and a repeat winner at Richmond.
I think Austin Dillon has that Richmond race. So Austin Dillon, I think that race is going to be someone that we least suspect. Because
I've already used him, but I think Denny Hamlin wins Richmond.
I don't think so. I think Austin Dillon. What happened last time we went to Richmond?
The Austin Dillon.
To me, no. Oh, yeah, okay. That's what it was. But I'm not even talking about the Austin Dillon part. I personally believe this is the current best Cup driver in a series. That's Joey Logano. He's won 2 of the last 3 championships. 4 of the last 6? You kind of look at it like that. 3 of the last 6?
Yeah.
The situation, to me, he should have been fined. He should have been suspended for what he did on pit road. Because if Bubba Wallace did what Joey Logano did on pit road, and he sped and burnt rubber next to Chase Elliott's family, what would the fans be saying?
He needs this. Yeah.
Park his car. Do Rasha Singh? Because you can't do that anywhere. If I'm Austin Dillon, like I said, like Carson Hocevar, if I'm one of those people, you have to double down on what people don't like you about.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but that's all I got. I hope. Do you think the race can be more entertaining than Dover? Has to be.
Yeah.
I know that Finney race is going to be good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this Indy race.
Yeah. I don't want to hear none but people saying Kyle Larson pulled a double this week, because I don't care about that. You wasn't saying that. You were up in arms when SVG did it. He almost did it back-to-back weeks. And then when Kyle Larson Kyle Larson, our savior. And you know what they're gonna do if he won back to back? Oh, and by the way, he won 3 dirt races this weekend too. He won one on Tuesday night. I know.
I was gonna say he did win a dirt race, so
yeah. See, exactly. They add his dirt races and his cup wins. Yeah, that's all I got. Tomorrow's I got a wake up. Yeah, that's it.
All right, well, if you've made it this long, appreciate it. Follow us on everything. Turn 2 commentators. We out.
Yep.